we would suggest, first of all, that you take a moment to receive the light we would offer to you now. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And please become aware of any shifts in the energy that you perceive as a result of your silence and your breath. Just breathe. Just breathe. Now, as you breathe, become aware of a more acute presence of love around you. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And as you are aware of this more full and robust energy of love around you, breathe this in. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And as you breathe this in, as you breathe this in, just allow yourself to rest in the light, in the love, in the grace and the glory of this energy. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And as you breathe in this way, we would suggest that you allow the following thought form to move into the depth of your being, of your energy, and of yourself. I am enough, just as I am. Breathe this in. I am enough, just as I am. Breathe this in. I am enough, just as I am. Just breathe this in. We are conditioning you to accept a profound influx of unconditional love that you may experience in the deepest parts of your being. I am enough, just as I am. Breathe this in. I am enough, just as I am. Breathe this in. I am enough, just as I am. Breathe this in. And feel even more of the presence of love with you, around you, and within you. There is a great light available to you right now that can heal you at the deepest levels possible as you prepare the way for this light. And we would work with you further on this. I am loved, just as I am. Feel love being poured into your very essence. The love that is poured into your very essence reveals the love that you have always been. I am loved, just as I am. Breathe this in. I am loved, just as I am. Breathe this in. I am loved, just as I am. Breathe this in. And allow this love to seep into the depths of your being, preparing you to receive healing for whatever needs to be healed within you this evening. And breathe. And feel in yet a deeper way the light and love of Source embracing you and filling you. Just allow yourself to have this experience. Just take a moment to revel in this experience. The light of your Creator touches you, moves you, and activates within you the light you are in a deeper way than ever before. Just breathe it in and allow it to heal you. Good. Good. And as you breathe in this way, we would work with you briefly that you might understand the process we lead you through tonight. You do understand that a prosperous state of being in all ways is your natural default state. Your thinking, your actions, or your reactions as your eternal energy has been housed in your human body have conditioned you to think otherwise and to believe that prosperity has to be attained or reclaimed. Let us speak to the depth of your soul here. Prosperity is who and what you are. It need not be reclaimed. It need not be attained. The miseducation and the distorted energies, largely of guilt, have simply to be transformed, that you recognize or recognize the energy of prosperity that you are at your core. In the same way that, as you know intellectually, you are light, yet your human body and its ego perception has occluded the light that you are, causing you to diminish yourself into a body ego and not recognize the light that you are. By the same token, you are prosperity. Our task this evening is to support you in releasing a key barrier to you recognizing and allowing yourself to be the prosperity that you are. It is there, waiting for you to rediscover it by removing the barrier to it caused by guilt. Guilt, and we would ask you to remain open that we might speak to the depths of your soul. Guilt is a key occluder, barrier, or cover that keeps you from recognizing, owning, and being your prosperity, that your prosperity might outpicture in your world in all the ways that you desire. Relationship prosperity, family prosperity, financial, logistical, physical prosperity, spiritual prosperity. All of these aspects of prosperity get clouded over by guilt, which causes you to believe yourself to be not enough, and therefore causes you to judge yourself and withhold from yourself and punish yourself and cause yourself unnecessary struggle. So this evening, we would work with you to remove the barrier to yourself as prosperity that would then enable this prosperity to be made manifest in every aspect of your life. So breathe and allow yourself to return to the open state we have guided you to experience. Allow the grace and the wisdom of the one consciousness of love. Allow the grace and the wisdom and the healing power of the one to go directly to the point of your entry into the earth plane and before. Some of you marinated in guilt prior to birth, or recognized guilt soon after birth, and it became crystallized in certain of your experiences early on that caused you to believe in your guilt, your not enoughness. And then these core instances of guilt echoed and reverberated, giving your false ego identity a myriad of reasons to withhold from yourself, judge yourself, punish yourself, create unnecessary difficulties for yourself. We would address this evening, that you might instead choose to allow yourself to be as you were created, in prosperity, in light, in love, in grace, and therefore grace yourself with the prosperity that you are. So again, please breathe and open as we guide you to a mystical experience. There is within you the seed of a memory, of time, before you believed yourself to be separate from the one, where you were in deep bliss, deep peace, and a wondrous, ecstatic joy that had to express itself in what you can perceive from your human perspective as an orgasmic explosion of joy that caused you to believe yourself to be separate from the one. So we would take you back to this time before time. And your human intellect need not understand this. Allow us to work with the core energy of your soul by giving yourself permission in the deepest part of you to go back with us to the time before time. So you may work with the thought form, take me to and show me now the time before time. Allow this thought form to support you in being transported to that place before any belief in separation. Breathe and allow your consciousness to be transported. Feel the abundance and infinite supply of love and peace and security of the time before time. You may work, if you choose, with the thought form, I am willing to go back to the time before time. Be aware of deep feelings of peace, safety, joy, and security. Before any belief in the illusion of separation that caused time to begin as you marked time until you could return to the one. You forgot you were part of the one, and you wished to be the one again. And so time began as your discomfort in the illusion of your separation from the one began. In truth, you were not separated. But when you believed you were separated, in a sense, a stopwatch started clicking or ticking. And you couldn't wait to be back with the one, even though in truth you never left. This is the time before time. So we would ask you to allow yourself once again to experience yet another wave of the bliss and the peace and the comfort and the security and the joy of time before time. Just allow yourself to experience this in your root chakra at the base of your spine, creating a new energy of landing for your consciousness in this lifetime. Just feel this energy of bliss in the time before time being transferred to your current experience of now and your root chakra. And allow this energy to also be present during your gestation in this lifetime. From conception to gestation to birth, allow the energy of comfort, security, and the bliss of the One to be resident, to heal you during your gestation. Breathe in this energy into your root, your sacral area, your solar plexus. Breathe in and feel it flowing up to your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. Allow yourself to fully experience the bliss, the comfort, the safety, the security of time before time. Just breathe it in, just breathe it in, just breathe it in, and allow it to build and allow it to build and allow it to build. And we would offer you an understanding now. In what you call the time before time, this energy built to such degree that it had to express in an orgasmic explosion of joy. Causing you to express from the heart of God, to expand the joy and light of God. And the human awareness of this would be somewhat like the Big Bang Theory, an explosion of light. You began to misunderstand this explosion of light as banishment, rejection, and ejection. But that was never the truth. The truth was you are an expansion of God. So experience yourself right now as the light of God, as you were and are in the time before time, the time before expansion. And allow this light as it builds to expand and to explode into all of your affairs on the earth plane. At this time, your finances, your relationships, your physical body, your logistics, your spiritual expression, and your homes and your families and your life. Allow the light to explode into your life. Allow this light to explode into your life. Allow this light to explode into your life. Yes! Let it go. Allow it to explode into your life. This is a healing light. This is a transformative light. And you understand differently that this is not ejection or rejection or banishment. This is creation. You are creation. And you have never deviated from this truth. You are creation. All those things you thought about yourself and believed about yourself have been untrue. You are simply creation. Breathe this in. Breathe this in. Now, if there are specific areas that are points of crystallization for any consciousness of guilt that might require additional attention, allow these points of healing to come up. For some, as the channel, it may have been your gestational period when you became aware that you were an accident, illegitimate, believed to be a mistake. And this may have crystallized further later in life, where you learned to judge yourself, believing yourself to be inadequate, believing yourself to have missed the mark, when your ego created an idealized version of yourself that was perfect, that deviated from the you that you are, and you began to believe yourself punishable for deviating from the illusion of perfection. Allow the light that is with you now to go to any of these places that require additional healing and additional immersion into the energy that you are in the time before time. See the scenes in your life that come up for you. And allow this great light of healing and reconciliation. That is the light that comes to you from your eternal memory of the time before time. Allow this light to heal you now. And be in the energy of this healing. Rest in this light, walk in this light, be in this light. And allow this light to bless you now, opening you to the yes of God. God always says yes to you, and you are now being opened that the yes of God can be met with your yes, and the aspects of prosperity you desire can ensue as the yes you are becomes at one with the yes of God. Take a moment to experience this mystical, energetic docking. The yes of God, I am right now, is one with the yes of God. That is all. The yes of God, I am right now, is at one with the yes of God. That is all. The yes of God, I am right now, is at one with the yes of God. That is all. And this sacred attunement opens you for the yes you are, receives and merges, docks with and aligns with the yes of God, so that you are open to receive every yes God has for you in every aspect of your life. Your energy has been changed, your vibrational rate has been changed, your perspective has been changed. Allow yourself to experience awareness and acknowledgement in the form of thanksgiving for this shift. This is your moment of transformation in the channel's consciousness. The image is the transformation from Saul to Paul. This is your moment of transformation into the newest, highest vision and version of yourself as the yes of God. I am the yes of God. There is no room for guilt. I am the yes of God. There is no space for guilt. I am the yes of God. Any remaining guilt is healed and transformed, for I am the yes of God. Good, and just breathe this in. And allow us once again to access your energy in the deepest way possible as we speak to your soul. Good. You have been exposed to a new energy of grace. And this energy of grace has infiltrated the layers of your consciousness in a very deep way. And you have been reminded of a place and a time before time. And the innocence and the joy and the bliss of that time has been brought forward to heal key moments of your current human life and by default of all of your lifetimes on the earth, creating a neutralization of guilt. You can replicate this and if any other waves of guilt, known or unknown to you, come up for healing. But this exercise at the deepest levels has supported you in identifying what the channel would call any inner no, that it might be transformed to the yes that would meet with, be compatible with, and create with the yes of God. Guilt has been a key inhibitor of your prosperity because it has kept you from allowing it. And as you work with this process repeatedly, or a derivation of this process, guilt is dissolved. Take a moment to take in a final blessing of this before we open this session to your questions. Good. And we would open this session to any questions you might have at this time.